Hello and welcome to Peggy's Plants, coming to you from Central Florida. If you've been watching my videos, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Now that I've gotten settled in Central Florida, it's time for me to start attending some of their plant events. So I found out about this USF Summer Plant Festival on the campus of the University of South Florida. So we drove onto the campus, got on the shuttle bus, and here we are at the plant festival. Had no idea what to expect, but my first booth was here, a vendor by the name of Amelia's Garden.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
And the name of your business?
My name is Amelia's Garden. Started about 3 years ago. Kind of turned a passion into a way to make a living. Yeah, we specialize a lot in Aroids and more of the shade-loving plant.
Where are you located?
Lutz. We're in Lutz, Land O'Lakes area. Yeah, right on the corner of 41 and 54.
Do you sell online?
Yeah, we do sell online. We started an eBay store, and we sell off of Facebook and Instagram as well. Thank you.
Well, very nice to meet you.
It's very nice meeting you. Thank you.
They turned out to be my favorite vendors, and they had the nicest selection, very diverse, some things I'd never seen before. I didn't get a lot of the prices for most of these vendors because I didn't want to stay in one place too long, you know, when there were people trying to get to the plants and things like that. So I'm kind of taking you along where I had more time and there weren't people around. I did my best to show you the plants as well as the prices. So I'm kind of going to let this run, but please enjoy the plants. There was a lot to be seen here. And this plant festival, they hold in summer, spring, and fall. Amelia's Garden was kind enough to invite me out to visit their nursery and give us a tour. I certainly plan on taking them up on that offer and will definitely be taking you along, but it's plain to see why they were my favorite vendor. Moving on, there were just plants to be seen everywhere. There were native plants, there were collector plants, Aroids, some of everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get every vendor's sign because, again, I was moving among people and I was not there by myself. So I was kind of mixing business with pleasure. And while I wanted to take you along, I also wanted to live in the moment and enjoy. I believe there were about 20 vendors at this event, and not all of them were selling Aroids. Some of them were also food vendors and like that, but it was a very enjoyable festival. I would definitely plan to go to this one again. Prices were overall very reasonable, I felt. I was able to find a lot of plants that I have not seen in this area, but again, I'm not really in the loop in Central Florida in terms of, you know, what plant events, fairs, festivals, whatever are going on, and I'm going to try to get more into that so that I can start attending them on a regular basis and sharing more of that with you. But it was great to see that these plants are available locally. And you might want to take a look out there in your area as well, because the colleges may be having festivals like this also. This vendor had some beautiful caladiums. I ended up picking up some bulbs from him, but just a lot to be seen. One thing I have noticed is lately there's a lot of starter plug plants being sold, and I have to say I don't hate that idea. I kind of like the idea of buying it for less, buying a plant for a cheaper price, smaller in size, having it acclimate to my home and growing it from a small plant. So I think it makes, you know, the more expensive plants more readily available, just depending on your price point. Because for some of them, yeah, that's a little steep for me. I'm not going to pay a whole lot for a starter plug, but the price is definitely more affordable than a full-size one. But some beautiful plants out here and some very reasonable prices, I feel. If you know of any other plant events in the Central Florida area and you'd like to share them with me, leave that information in the discussion box, in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to check some of them out at your recommendation. Also, if you know any big plant sellers or nurseries who would be open to tours, feel free to share that information with me as well. I saw a lot of this pink princess marble or galaxy. What are your thoughts on that? I think it's really pretty. It looks like the Thai constellation, but it's in pink. I'm not sure that it's different enough from a regular pink princess for me to make that purchase quite yet. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? And notice most of these are plantlets, like I was speaking of earlier, or starter plants. So the price is much more reasonable than the full size plant, and the variety is amazing. You know, I'm a fool for this pink, all of this pink in a plant. And I did have to exercise some serious self control, but just beautiful selection. As is the trend right now, there is variegated everything, and that was definitely on display at this plant festival. I don't think I mentioned that admission to this event was only $10. Parking was free, and I definitely think it was, well worth the admission price.
So it's owned by Brad and Phil for over a decade, I'd say. They've been growing plants.
Okay, and where in Florida?
Plant City.
Well, thank you.
We're on Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay, and the name again?
Cactus and Exotics.
All right, thank you. Mad Plants had all kinds of hard to find heliconias. So if you are into heliconia, you might want to look them up online. And while moving on to the next vendor, just trying to check out a little of the botanical gardens here on the USF campus, which is open during the week. And they had a very nice bromeliad garden. Needless to say, I spent some time here, but beautiful plants. Over here, some of the bromeliads are mounted to trees as well as some orchids, which is what I'm doing in my front yard. So, yeah, very nice.
Hi, I'm Shamika with My Crazy Plant Life. I'm down here in Tampa, Florida in the Temple Terrace area, and I usually sell harder to find houseplants.
Okay, and do you have a presence online?
I'm on Instagram, you can find me. I've stopped shipping a little bit, but I'm about to start picking up shipping as well. So you'll be able to see what's available on my Instagram online.
Okay, well, nice to meet you.
you.
My Crazy Plant Life.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's about it for the USF Summer Plant Festival. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Don't forget, support my channel, like and subscribe. Bye-bye.